House to Home, brought to you by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
We have a fun thought experiment for you this week on House to Home. Deeana Palmer is here, and we are getting right into it because, Deeana, you are going to educate and get everybody on your way of thinking, which is why, if you are renting, you want to actually own your own home. And I am more than willing to play the role of the contrarian because I've always rented. I've always been like steadfastly, I don't mind renting. I realize there's an equity benefit that I do not realize, but my thing is, if something bigger, better comes along, I want to be able to pack up and move at a moment's notice. So that's where I'm coming from. Can you switch me and convert me?
Okay, let's try. Okay,
sure.
So a couple of pieces of information first is, of course, you're going to probably get a mortgage, and there are choices in types of mortgages that you can get. Most people get a 30-year mortgage to have their monthly payment be as low as possible. I do recommend doing that. You can always pay a mortgage off early by making additional payments. And so it can either be bi-monthly, you just make a little bit more, $150 more a month, and it changes that 30-year mortgage into like a 20-year or a 15-year mortgage. Another way to think about it is if you get above a certain level of income each year and you want to do the longer tax return. If you talk to your CPA, they'll say you don't have enough deductions to do the long form. Just do the short form, you get enough money, it's easy, it's fast, and you get your return now, yay. But if you have a mortgage, you have an interest deduction. And that first year, let's say your mortgage payments are, what's your rent right now?
I pay $800.
So $800. Yeah. So of $800 a month, that's really good for where you're living. Yeah. So, and you can afford it. So obviously it's a good number for you. You might be surprised at what the bank would tell you that you could get for a loan. It would be probably significantly higher than $800 a month, but it's a choice. You don't have to spend more than that. So looking at investing in yourself, gaining equity in the property, plus the increase in value that the property would have down the road, it's a way to make your money earn you more money, okay? Instead of just putting it in the bank at whatever the interest rates are right now, 0.5% or something, which is nothing, doesn't keep up with inflation, none of that. Real estate does. So amortization is what happens with a mortgage. And so you have a loan amount and interest, but amortization bumps that interest into the front of the loan. So the first 5 years that you're making mortgage payments is mostly interest. So if you're paying $800 to $1,000 a month, your first full year of mortgage payments are going to be, depending upon interest rate, it's an estimate, probably $9,000 to $11,000-ish of a tax deduction on your taxes. So what that means is your taxable income is lowered. So you save in taxes. So you save, so if you're paying a lot into your tax, having a lot taken out of your paycheck towards your taxes, it's a way to get more money every month, because you're not going to have it for your taxes.
And again, there is the equity that I'm not realizing right now.
Right now, until later.
Should I get another car loan if I want to go back to school and everything like that? That bodes in my favor.
Yeah, it does. When you start thinking about buying, you want to not have a lot of other payments, because the banks look at your income, and of your income, of your gross income, so before the taxes and all that, you can have a mortgage payment equal to up to 29% of your gross income. So let's just use easy numbers, that if you made $100,000, 29% would be you could have a mortgage payment of $2,900 a month, which would buy you a home of probably over $600,000.
Now, may I interject for a moment, because I understand the thing about multiple forms of income and stuff like that. And I know you're not, a wealth management advisor and everything.
Just saying basic numbers.
Yeah, you're on the realty side.
Yeah.
However, we generally know that when it comes to investing in yourself and managing your own portfolio, you want to have a certain amount of securities, a certain amount of cash on hand, and then a certain amount of real estate. Should I go this route, because I already invest in my own retirement, I have an IRA and a 401k, and I do some stuff with the stock market, should I shift that towards a more real estate type of stuff, or how do I kind of like manage my portfolio now?
It depends upon what you're doing with your portfolio. Many money managers say to do both, so that you're diversifying your portfolio.
Sure. Okay.
So on your...
I'll probably have to scale back on the amount of money that I dump into the stock market right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, and depending upon how you're doing. But I took your
I
800...
thought Zynga was really going to pay off. Man, those guys. Social games. Huh.
So I took your 800 a
Okay.
month and just did principal interest, not mortgage insurance or anything. It means that you could purchase a home at 100% financing of $167,000.
Which is a nice place on Guam.
So
That's a decent
it's
place.
not a big house, but it's a condo. And some condos, you can't get a fixed rate mortgage. So, you know, there's some more information about condos. But so what that tells me is that for a payment of about $1,000 a month, if I just plug in $1,100 a month payment, it turns that loan amount into $230,000, which that's actually a really nice little starter home.
Yeah.
I did a search today, this afternoon, on homes for sale right now between $185,000 to $225,000 on Guam. No villages. 45 listings came up. 30 of them are taken already, so there's only 15 left. That market right now is really moving quickly.
That's a hot market.
It's really selling a lot. So if you're in that price range, you need to start paying attention to what's available.
Well, tell you what, where can our viewers find out more information, or how can they contact you? Because I'm not saying I'm jumping over to that side of the fence just yet, but I am intrigued. And it is worth
It's a
consideration.
numbers thing.
Yeah.
You need to look at all the numbers.
Speaking of numbers, what is yours so people can contact you for more information?
688-2855. The office number is 479-9532.
The most 7 important numbers, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like more information. Deanna, thank you so much.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
We're going to talk about this some more, because now I'm intrigued.
Good.
All right. You please be intrigued for what's coming up after this commercial break.